The products module is inventory of your products. You can create accommodation, destination, experiences, restaurants, and vehicles. Currently, these are all simple products with a simple pricing and a basic information. So let me show you how to create accommodation. So first, you start with the name of the accommodation. Then you should go to location, and since we are integrated with Google Maps, you will get address suggestions. Since there is only one address suggestion here, this is the hotel that I was looking for. You click on it, and you will get the pin on the map, and all the other information about the address is automatically filled in. Then you go back to the basic information. At the bottom, you have option to use images from Google, so you don't have to upload your own photos, but you also have option to do that. So if you want to use from Google, you click this checkbox. The other information that is required will be marked with a red star. So you have to enter what is the hotel rating. You can choose the type, check-in, check-out, and other information such as description can be entered later. Of course, supplier is also required. You can create a new supplier by clicking on Add New. So when you fill in the required information and click Save, you will have a supplier added here to your product, but it will also appear in the accounts. But you can also choose the supplier that's already exists in the system that was entered before, like this one. So you will click it in the drop down. So we have photos, we have the location, and now we're going to go to units. This is where you're going to add different types of units for this hotel, for this accommodation. You can add multiple units, and this is where you choose the occupancy of the room. So next on to pricing. In pricing, you have to define the price for each room. First, you have to enter of course, the contracted price. That's the only actually field you have to fill in. And then based on the calculation method, the system will calculate the price. So you have option here to choose either per person or per person per day, per item per day, per item meaning per room. So commission, margin, and manipulative costs, these are all default settings, and they can be changed for every product. They can be edited for every product, and the system will automatically calculate everything again. So usually the pricing for accommodation is per person per day. When you click per person per day or per person, you will get also option to edit the rates. Here you can edit the age and the pricing, the percentage of the pricing. So you can say the children from 2 to 16 will have the 70% of the price, and the system will recalculate. So you have to enter pricing for each room and choose your calculation method and edit whatever you want to edit. And next, you also have option to add the local taxes. It can be per person per day and total. For each product, you also have an option to edit cancellation and payment terms just by clicking here on edit, or you can use the default ones. So if you entered all the required information, you just click save, and the product will appear in the products database. For the destination. Of course, destination doesn't have a pricing. You're just creating a database of destinations that can help you create your trips faster. So you just type in the name of the destination of the city. Then you go again to the location, or you click on the suggested location, and you can also pull the photos from Google. For experience, also functions more or less as the accommodation. You again start with the name, have to choose the type, which is required field, and the supplier. You also have opportunity to pull images from Google. The start location is gonna be the location where the tour guide is gonna meet with the travelers, and you have option here for calculation method per person and per item. You also can change the payment and cancellation terms. For the restaurant, it is also very similar to previous two. You start with the name, you fill in the required information, you can pull the photos because most of the restaurants are actually on Google Maps, and some other information regarding restaurants and a dietary option that you can choose for your restaurant. And pricing is also per person and per item. And for vehicle, you also have opportunity to add your own photos. You won't have any use of Google Photos in this case. Also some extra information that you can add regarding the vehicle. And the pricing in this case for vehicles, it's a little bit different because you have option to choose the one that is per item per kilometer and per person per kilometer.